morning, YouTubers. Happy birthday, America. It is July 4th, early in the morning. I wanted to do a quick garden update because it has been getting so hot and muggy out here. It's been really hard to stay in the garden for long periods of time. But I'm going to give you an update today, and we're going to do some harvesting. I just wanted to show you, this is the garden that Daniel and I share. It is actually between his garden, which is a jungle or forest, can't remember what you called it, Lois Laney, as well as my garden, which is a jungle or forest as well. But look at this thing. We are really taking off. This squash is going nuts. I mean, and it's wet because the sprinkler system went off this morning. But we have lots of little squash coming up in there. There's some butternut squash in there. Yeah, you can't even see it back in there. It's so thick. There's yellow squash down there. But these are relatively young plants. That compost tea is amazing stuff. You see a little butternut back in there as well. And this sweet corn that I planted, about 5 feet tall. I guess it's all 5 foot tall. So I'm starting to see a little tasseling in the middle. But we should be seeing some ears pretty soon there. The green peas, these are green-eyed beans. Most of it's worn off here. I don't even know what they are anymore. I have to look back on some of the other videos. There was a couple of plants that are seeds that were given to me, and I don't even remember what they were. Anyway, they're doing well. The baby okra is starting to get tall. Some of it's smaller than others, but some of it's a foot tall. And then we have Blue Lake green beans here. And just from the way those things have been producing in Daniel's garden, I should be seeing beans on those pretty soon. From that size, these are purple hull peas, and they will be producing shortly as well. The beets didn't do as well. I don't know why. I guess I planted it too late, but it was worth a shot. And I stuck another squash plant down here. And we have our tomato plants from the suckers. All but one, they're doing well. Everything but one, like I said. This guy's been taken over by a cucumber plant. He latched onto the cage, but probably all for the best anyway, since that tomato plant was eaten almost entirely by a hornworm. I lost it before I got the BT on the rest of the plants, and that's what you see when you see the white. It's a BT powder, and it stopped it cold. It doesn't look like I've had another bite on a plant. Hey, friend. Keep up the good work. But anyway, I'm going to be harvesting some today from, there's cucumbers, and I'm going to be harvesting a bunch off of those plants there. There's a lot of cucumbers in there, as well as some green beans from up here. These are Kentucky Wonder. There are beans in there. Let me see if I can show you some. They're deep in there, but they're in there. You see these guys? Right there. They're all up in there. I should be pulling quite a few out of there. First harvest out of that will be for today. That would be the first time I've ever picked anything out of there. Daniel's told you about my 8-foot tomato plant. I don't know if you can see that, but that is tomato plant way up there. And it's every bit 8 foot tall. And here's the base of that rascal. And Bobby, MHP, you're right. I put 2 cages together, and that's how I've done it in the past, but I'm not going to do that anymore. It just doesn't really work. It doesn't support it well in the middle where they attach, and the weight has actually bent my plant. So I will go ahead and get some. I actually saw some fencing at Tractor Supply, or TSC, whatever y'all want to call it, that I'm going to buy next year and make cages for these Rutgers tomato plants. They're just too heavy and too tall for any other structure. But those things are 7 foot tall fences, and I'm just going to buy it and be done with it. So anyway, I'll be pulling some tomatoes off of here. Got lots of green cherry tomatoes. I don't have any red yet. I mean, there's bundles or bunches of those things together all over the plants. And I'm hoping to get some red ones pretty soon, because that's missing in my salad. I have been having to cut up some of the bigger cherry tomato, Rutgers tomatoes for my salad, which is fine, but that's not what I grow them for. I'll be going to be picking a lot of purple hull peas. Got some purple ones here, and we're going to pick those and shell them. I may just show you what we do get after we shell them, because that process takes a while. We do it all by hand. I don't have a sheller. And got lots of tomatoes. And I've already picked a lot of those this morning. I'll show you what I got from that. Good morning, girls. Oh no. I have a problem. I have a dead chicken. And I don't want you to see that. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. I got to deal with that. Bye. Okay, tubers. Told you I was going to show you what we've harvested from the garden, but first I did want to talk to you for just a minute about one of the unfortunate things that you have to kind of expect as a farmer, or when you have livestock. And I don't know what's been getting them, but that's the third chicken that I've lost this week, and I don't know what it is. There doesn't seem to be any marks on them, so I'm guessing there's a snake getting through. I've done everything I could to protect them, but I apologize for those of you that saw that and that bothered you, but it's just part of what you have to kind of expect when you have livestock like that. But that being said, I do want to show you what we've done in the garden. We did put her. I don't eat the chickens when they die or they're killed. I did bury her, so she's been taken care of, and hopefully I'll figure out what's going on so we can stop this trend. Anyway, let's get on a better note here. These are some of those Kentucky Wonder beans. Got a bunch of them out of there, and there's some of the Blue Lake pole beans in there as well. I still haven't got any top pick. Bobby, I don't know how long it takes to get those, but they may be tons of them wrapped up in there. I just can't get to them. They're just wrapped around each other. So I'll do better next year when I plan for how big that stuff gets. Hopefully we can spread them out a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, these are cucumbers. I'm getting ready to make some pickles. That's what we're going to do with these. Dill pickles. I'm getting permission from Mama to let me use her kitchen. Actually, I think I'll probably just use my fish fryer outside and my canner, water bath canner, to do that. But look at the size of these tomatoes. This is that tomato I've been showing you out there. Well, let's pull it off this off, stick it on here, see how much it actually weighs. Zero that thing out. Stick her on there. Well, she's almost a pound, but she didn't quite make a pound. She's just a tad bit under a pound. Here's the one. Here's one that Daniel had. I put that in the group with what we got. It's ready to eat. It is really ripe. But the rest of these pretty much came out today, so we're going to be eating a lot of tomatoes here. Those are those Lincoln peas. Got a bunch of them here. I don't know what it's going to do with those. Probably just shell them and I may eat them in salads. I don't know. Got a bunch of white onion. These are sweet onions. Got those. I got tired of dealing with that little. I had them in a igloo cooler, growing them in a container. I got tired of dealing with them because you have to keep them watering them, and I had to keep cutting around it and everything when I was doing the lawn. But she's done. I have a few still out there in a couple of kitty litter buckets. I may harvest those this week as well. Anyway, these funny looking ones are the aromas. First year I grew the aromas, but the big ones are all the rest of those are. I think these are all Rutgers, and those are aroma. And this is what we shelled for my purple hull peas, and it's about a little better than 2.5 pounds of shelled peas. Well, those are going to be good. Alright, y'all, I may do a video later for how I do my pickles, but I'm not sure. I'm still contemplating whether I want to do that. Alright, so I just wanted to say thank you and for watching, and God bless, and y'all go play in the dirt. Take care. Bye. Those are going to be good.